Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm standing outside a property we just purchased. This is that property over there that says Vaughn's Furniture, and this brick building right here. They are connected. They're about 18,000 square feet total, and we bought this property for $150,000. So we're gonna show you the property, go through the whole building. It is one of the creepiest, weirdest buildings I've ever been in. And I actually did a video of it before saying it was one of the creepiest properties I've ever been in, and then I ended up buying it. So we'll talk all about it, why I bought it, show you the whole property, and go over that now. All right, so I got this property under contract from LoopNet/MLS, a listing service for commercial properties. We're in Brush, Colorado. It's a very small town, and they just redid this road. So when we first saw this building, this road was torn up, you couldn't drive on it. It was just a mess, and that might be part of the reason why we got it so cheap, or it might just because of what the building looks like once we go inside. This property has been for sale for 5 years, probably, ranging from $225,000 to $350,000, and we saw it because it's gigantic. Like I said, 18,000 square feet, including the basements. And I did say basements, not just one. And I think we ended up offering them $150 off the bat, and they accepted it, and we got the property under contract. So really cheap. I have a goal to buy 50,000 square feet of rentals this year, and I'm almost at that because I bought a 26,000 square foot building. Oh, I am at that, I think. Or no, really close. I bought a 26,000 square foot building in Sterling earlier this year. We bought a 2,500 square foot house on the river. We bought the that's like 5,000 square foot building next door that we'll have another video of as well, or we already posted it that you can see. So we're really close to that number already. And we have another 1,000 square foot bar under contract. So I haven't added all that up yet, but I will. We might be close to that figure halfway through the year. When I made that goal, I didn't think I would be spending, as little money as I have to buy those properties, but that's what we have done. So this is a number of commercial properties connected to each other, and this part right here that you're looking at is probably the nicest part. So we'll go through the whole building. There's quite a bit of it. Like I said, multiple basements, multiple upstairs, some really creepy stuff, some interesting stuff. And we can go on the roof, do all kinds of cool stuff. We'll start right now with this grand staircase. And the rumor is this was a hotel at one time. I don't know how long ago or when that was, but that's just a rumor we heard from the agent who sold it to us or who had it listed. And then we actually just met with the city, their, I think it's city manager, and then another gentleman who was a ton of help said this property's been vacant for about 10 years after the furniture store moved out, and then said the property next door had been vacant for 20 years, so we bought that one for $23,000. So these are by far some of the cheapest properties I've ever bought for how big they are. You can see this upstairs is not in bad shape either. And I believe there's hardwood under all of this carpet. You can see Main Street here. And so I bought this property without much of a plan of what to do. I just knew it was really cheap. And then I like buying really good deals that are cheap. But since we've gotten it under contract and have seen it once, came back again after buying it, starting to form kind of a plan, and then talking to the city too, seeing what they suggested, what their plans were, and brought my trusty flashlight here this time. I'm thinking the plan is to possibly at one time, maybe not right away, but have the upstairs areas be residential, and we can have the back of the properties be residential as well on the main floor. City zoning allows for that. And then have the front lower parts of the building be commercial. So we're hoping there's decent demand for that. There are quite a few vacant commercial properties in the city right now for rent and for sale, and there's almost no vacant residential property. So we would have to bring plumbing up here. A lot of work to make that happen, but it's a possibility. And I mentioned this in the other video of the property next door that we got for very cheap, but part of it's falling down, and that's why. But we bought this with an opportunity fund, which means, you know, the property, if we spend at least as much money as we spent on the structure of the property, I'm using my fingers to make quotation marks, then after 10 years of holding the property in the fund, the capital gains on it could be tax-free. So basically, you know, if we buy this for $150, we say the structure is worth $125,000. Within a certain amount of time, if we spend $25,000 on it, $125,000 on it, after 10 years of holding the property, and then it say, you know, we hit a home run and it's worth $500,000 or $1 million, all of that gain is tax-free if we sell the property. So look at that. That has hardwood too, that is completely destroyed, but it's hardwood, which is interesting. All right, the roof is leaking. This is wet right here. There's some wonderful mold. It does smell a little bit like mold in here. Random bathroom. Oh, there's some mold up there. And we'll show you the roof actually too. We'll go up there. But this area doesn't look as bad as the other roof area. So that's part of the challenge with this property. Getting the mold out, getting the roof fixed, tearing out all this old carpet and everything, and then finding a tenant. But the city has been really helpful. They said they would help us with possible grants, with possible, you know, reduction of property taxes, waiving building permit fees, helping us find tenants, you know, random toilets. So hopefully, we're hoping the city will really be a big help in this. And when you have small towns like this where they're trying to revitalize the downtown, you know, they often have a lot of incentives to get these old buildings that are vacant running again, tenants involved. That really helps their downtown. Okay, now here's the part that was the freakiest before, is this basement right here. There's no lights down there. I have my flashlight. We were all down there before, but there's like 4 of us with flashlights. Now it's me with my one flashlight. But I'm pretty sure there's nobody down here or anything crazy that's going to attack me since we've been through the whole thing. But this really is one of the creepiest basements I've been in. And we just started doing some TikTok videos, so if anybody wants to follow us on TikTok, it's Invest for More. And maybe I'll do a creepy TikTok video, although I don't dance yet. I've been told I have to dance on TikTok, and so far I just do very short house videos. But yeah, this would be a good spot for one of those. Even like knowing there's nothing down here, it's just super creepy. And having this flashlight that casts shadows everywhere doesn't help either. But mostly it's just the pitch blackness if you're not staring at your flashlight. I did see this really cool door back here before. I don't know how well you can see it, as my hand is like stuck in a cobweb, but that was kind of interesting. Just stuff all over. And this basement keeps going and going and going. Like the first time Nikki and I were here, my project manager, and she's upstairs somewhere in this building if you hear weird noises. But yeah, we're both in this basement and just like, we want to get out of here really fast because it's just weird. But yeah, I don't know what all, you know, was going on down here, but it's just strange. Oh, that's water dripping. That's what that sound was. But the walls themselves, yeah, it keeps going. Keeps going. Now I'm getting myself farther and farther away from the escape route. But it's huge down here. They said they think that was an old coal chute, maybe. And then there's a water meter that has been newer. And then back behind there is like dug out dirt, random chairs. Yeah, it's just a weird basement. So I won't spend too much time down here because I don't want to waste all the video, you know, just being in a weird basement. That's the only reason I'm going to leave. More random chairs. Yep. And there's more creepy parts of this building. That is not... I think we might think the other part is even creepier. So there you go. There's the basement. All right, more exploration of this property. Oh, something else that is interesting the city said was that after a while, you know, nobody's been paying water bills. They will actually abandon the water tap if they aren't paid after a certain amount of time. So they have to check on these properties to make sure the water tap is still legal. So, but they said they'd work with us. If it was, you know, abandoned, they would probably hook us up to the tap for free. So again, they've been really cool. Oh, look at that cricket. There he is. Oh, lots of them. My son has a chameleon. He would love those crickets. Ooh, that looks good. I like having the flashlight. I can like point at things with it. That's kind of cool. More of the furniture store. There you go. Lots and lots of space back here, all over the place. So yeah, like I said, the highest and best use would probably be making part of it residential, part of it commercial. But there would be a massive cost to turning this into residential for plumbing, electrical, separating the spaces, redoing the floor plan, HVAC, just be a lot of work. So I don't know if we'll go that route or not. I think my plan is just to kind of make the main floors presentable for commercial. Hopefully we can get some commercial tenants in here, and then we'll reevaluate doing the residential side. All right, so this again, brick is amazing, is probably the creepiest spot. And we can't even go down there. Yeah, this is all rotten. So, and the steps are broken. One thing I thought about doing was sticking my phone down there and just seeing if I could get a picture, which I might do later, but I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, there's a lot of weird parts here. Someday, I'll go down in that basement if I have my like climbing ropes and rappel down there, and I have multiple people who will pick me back up if the stairs are collapsing. But not right now. More bathrooms, a furnace, more just brick. So obviously this property was added onto a number of times over the years. This as well is sopping wet. We'll show you that soon. But look, more upstairs. The more I am in this property, the more I think it's really cool, and the more I question why I bought it at the same time. But I think in the long run, if we take our time and just kind of have a slow fix-up process with the main areas, eventually we can come into spots like this and maybe do something really cool, like an apartment, a loft, something like that. But we're not looking to just completely redo everything at once. And if we got like a dream tenant who wanted this whole space, you know, maybe they could use all this for storage, or they would want it all and we don't have to do much of anything for a while. Like I said, this, I don't know what, oh, just boxes, is wet. Roof is leaking. We'll show you why soon. Back here, old furniture store stuff that's all wet. And yeah, it's big. More and more space all over. So we had walked through that room to go back there, and now we're back here in this front area. There's that front area up there that's separated from this front area over here. So it could be divided up into 3 or 4 different commercial spaces as well, you know, which might be appealing to some tenants. And didn't see this the first time I was in here, but there's a water meter in there, nothing too exciting. This is exciting though. Those are stairs. We're gonna go there next. Again, this is one of the creepier areas that you know, some of the people who've come through here like, really? We have to go up here? Are you sure it's a good idea? Like, yeah, it's fine. What could possibly happen? And what makes it creepier is it's super hot and super stuffy. And they stuccoed over all the windows on front. It used to have windows that looked out to the front. All stuccoed over. So it's really creepy up here until you do this. Light! A roof! We'll go out there soon. Not yet. So, obviously this was an apartment or part of the hotel. Who knows at some time. But there's no... Oh, there's bird nests. Bathroom or plumbing, so I don't know. What's that? Oh, just like trim or something. No bathroom, no plumbing, so who knows how long ago it was that these properties were occupied or had people in them, if ever. But it would be really cool. The city also said they'd give us money to change the facade, update that, to remove the stucco, put the windows back in, possibly make this living space at some point, because it does, that wall right there connects to the other upstairs we were first in, but I think it's just, we're at a lower level here, but we might be able to connect them, and who knows, we'll see. The roof, yay. Try not to step on the dead birds. All right, so why is the roof leaking? I think that's pretty obvious. It'll make for a really good video if I fall through the roof too, but it seems pretty stable. Yeah, don't know what happened there. But that's sitting water on a roof, which is never good. It's supposed to drain over here. And obviously it's not draining. So we're having our roofers come over to look at it now, see what they can do, how they can fix it. And the very first leak we saw with the buckling hardwood would be over there somewhere, so I don't know what's going on there, if it's just a hole or what, but obviously we need to look at that too. So there's the back of the property, pretty amazing looking, right? And then over here is the roof of the other building I bought. So I bought the building right next to us, as I said, for $23,000. And okay, here's the back of the building. Here's the other building I bought and why it was so cheap. But we talk about that in the other video. Here is the back of the big building. You can see it used to have cool windows up there, and who knows, at some time maybe we'll bring those back. And it keeps going all the way down here. There's a second floor of one of the second floors. And then you have this carport right here. that comes with it too. And actually, that building right there is a neighbor's, and that's a 4-unit residential property. And that just sold for more than $200,000. So that was it, 4,500 square foot building, sold for more than 200. And we got the 18,000 square foot building for 150. So, you know, it'd be stupid not to buy it, right? That's its roof right there. So, that's the property. That second floor there is that second upstairs we went into. Look at that. It has a little air conditioner in there even. I didn't see that before. And it's even fairly new. Wow. Well, that's exciting. I can't tell that it's... Yeah, I mean, it's hooked up somewhere over there. Or maybe that's just an air conditioner for below us. Who knows? But, hey, there's a little swamp cooler. Kinds of fun stuff you find in these old buildings. That could be the main reason why I bought this building in the first place, was not because it'd be a great investment, just because I thought it was cool, which I probably shouldn't do. So, we'll go back into this creepy area. Try to lock our door up here. There we go. And go back down to where it's slightly cooler. And this is one steep staircase. Whew. All right. So that's the property. One day we might go into the other basement and show you that. For right now, we're gonna get the roof fixed, demo, get the mold fixed, go from there. Should hit that opportunity fund number pretty quickly, actually, with how big this place is. And hopefully we can find some tenants. The city did say they'd work with us, help with some grants, help with taxes, as I said, find tenants. So that's great to hear. And they also said that they, a while ago, there's a project done to find the history of all these downtown buildings and what they were. So they're going to try and work on that and get me some of that information, which would be super cool for me because I like history and stuff like that. So that would be interesting as well. So that's the property. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please give us a thumbs up if you did. That helps us out. Keep the comments coming. We love seeing those. New subscribers, thanks for signing up. We have all kinds of interesting stuff coming up with different properties we buy. Like I said, we've got a river house, we've got a bar, a number of other commercial properties, a number of residential properties, a number of flips going and all that stuff. And we also have a ton of information on investormore.com as well, my blog. So check that out. All right, we will be back with more updates on this property in the next few months. And it'll be fun to see what it turns into, what happens to it, or if it just falls down. We'll see.